It's Julian, aka Mr. Unusual, and this is Awesome Discussions Live. Um, the chat window, I didn't see it at first, so to anybody that was in the chat window, Cotton, I saw your message afterwards. It did pop up, but I didn't see it right away. Um, but I fixed that. Now I can actually see the chats. Also, I've made some other improvements. I don't know. That's not important. The important thing is, Cotton made he made a comment saying I wanted to hear the awesome discussion. So let's have some awesome discussions live. This is kind of be my first test run to actually do an episode. I'm just gonna be watching some random YouTube videos and just put in my commentary to them. So let's see what we got here. Also, my last video, it had my YouTube link, but it kept going. It was a 404 error. It's because it was typed wrong. So that should be corrected in this video now. It's an automatic thing. All right, this is Green Lantern 2024 announcement breakdown and Justice League Easter eggs. Yeah, are we gonna get like a good Green Lantern or what? You know, like a. I know that he was supposed to be, in the Justice League.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my new Green Lantern video for the DC movies, the DC series that they're planning right now for HBO. There's been a bunch of changes because of what's happened with all the buyouts and James Gunn becoming the new head of DC and all these plans that he has for Superman, the Justice League characters, all the...
Sorry. Nothing.
The other characters. So we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. It is a lot of good news, even though it does seem crazy. Like,
guys, because I'm doing this live stream, subscribe to Emergency Awesome. You know, I wanna give him a shout out because I'm watching his videos, so he's gonna be in my video, so I gotta give him credit, you know. So shout out to Emergency Awesome. Check out his videos. I don't know if I've seen his videos. I think I have seen one of his videos before about the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. But let's
there's
keep
been a
going.
lot
Sorry.
of stuff that's gone down the past couple of years. They basically killed off the Arrowverse. I know there's still tons of questions about Diggle Green Lantern. I'll address that later in the video.
They killed off the Arrowverse.
And this reminds you of all the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern jokes. Ryan Reynolds has been making more Green Lantern jokes, which are way more meta now that James Gunn is now in control of DC, basically in charge of their new versions of Green Lantern right after coming from all the Marvel movies. Like, I literally just did a James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special video. I'll be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer really soon too, probably next week. His shift to DC is coming just as Ryan Reynolds is getting ready to make Deadpool 3, which will also be set inside the MCU. So, like, just as he's coming to the MCU doing all this Deadpool stuff, I've already done a much bigger Deadpool 3 video because there's so much stuff happening in that. He's bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine from the Fox Marvel movies. They're going full multiverse with the TVA Mobius from the Loki series. But it sounds like he's totally down with all the new Green Lantern stuff. Ryan Reynolds even offered his own endorsement, joking that it was all part of his plan. It's all falling into place. I know there are all kinds of questions about whether or not he'll be involved with the franchise ever again in any capacity. Recently, you probably saw the video that he posted. He posted this funny video of himself rewatching his Green Lantern movie for the first time in forever. I think he said he never actually watched the theatrical cut after the premiere.
And here is...
What was that, Jack Daniel was he drinking? It's green though. Oh, because it was vodka. I wonder what the green is.
If you look real closely there, you can see he's even wearing his original Green Lantern ring from the movie that he kept. That's the actual ring that he wore during the film. Also, funny detail about that movie too is that because Taika Waititi is an actor, he appeared during that film. Now, obviously, both of them are big in the Marvel universe.
Green Lantern.
Yeah, yeah.
Green Lantern.
Pilot. He wore a uniform. I think he was a soldier. Give me this.
Wait, so that maybe you're thinking of Seth Rogen, Green Hornet.
That's it. Yeah. That's where you're getting confused.
He's amazing in that.
But neither of us are Seth Rogen.
I don't. No, you.
You did Green Lantern.
It was definitely Green Lantern.
Right?
Recently, you probably saw James Gunn confirm that they do have plans to bring Green Lantern to the DC movies in addition to the TV series they're working on for HBO. And Zack Snyder even showed off the Wayne Carr version of Green Lantern that he shot for the Justice League Snyder Cut, then Warner Brothers
remember
made
that.
him delete. This is actually the video of that
What
with some
happened?
special
Why is
effects laid
how
in.
come?
Seems pretty cool. It's too bad the studio made him
Why
get
didn't
rid
it
of that.
happen?
But if we hear anything about them adding that back into a future version of that movie eventually, we'll find out. Originally, what would have happened is that he would have appeared to Batman in the post-credit scene to warn him about Darkseid, connect the Justice League with the Green Lantern Corps, and set up a whole group of characters through them for a much bigger introduction in the Justice League sequels. I've already done a way bigger video on Zack Snyder's plans for the plot of Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 because he revealed the entire plots of those movies. I'll post a link for that video down in the description below.
There was another idea I had for the Green Lantern that wasn't Ryan. And so I thought that if we had gone down this path of Green Lantern, I would have had to have Ryan as the additional Lantern,
Got it. So it could have been maybe he would have been there as well as other lanterns, perhaps.
as well as another Lantern that would have been, but that's another story.
There were a couple Green Lanterns in the version of the movie that we actually saw, starting with Yalan Gur. He was the original Green Lantern of the sector of space where Earth resides in the comics. That's why Zack Snyder made him the Green Lantern in the Darkseid War flashback scene from 10,000 years ago. Like we did see the dead Kilowog inside that nightmare flash forward sequence, the potential future timelines that the Mother Box shows Cyborg. So during the movie, when they show you this dead Kilowog scene, like Superman is basically floating over the remains of the Justice League in the Hall of Justice as if he's killed all of them, like
That's
he's
a
holding
beautiful
Batman's
shot.
cowl. That was just meant to be one of the possible futures as referenced by the Kryptonian ship.
I mean,
like you hear the
it's
voice of the
a
ship
very
telling them
disturbing
not to
shot 'cause
proceed with
so
their
much
course of
destruction,
action
but I
because
mean,
it will
like,
lead to something very
artistically-
terrible because it's also extrapolating all these potential future nightmare outcomes. But originally what the plan was is that Zack Snyder was going to introduce the DCEU version of Green Lantern that would have then gone on to the Green Lantern Corps movie. The same way that he introduced the Wonder
Why
Woman
did it
character
show
in Batman v
Idris
Superman,
Elba?
then she went on to the first Wonder Woman film and then came back and crossed over again. Same thing with Ezra Miller's version of The Flash, same thing with Cyborg, all the other characters. When he wound up leaving the project, though, things went into turnaround and they completely changed their plan for the future of DC movies. This was all years ago, but apparently they still always planned at doing a Green Lantern Corps movie at some point. And even before the Snyder Cut became a thing, originally, back in 2016, 2017, his plans for the first version of the movie were that the ending scene would be of Kilowog and Tomar Ray, the Green Lanterns that you saw in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie, to be the ones to show up. Their scene would have been pretty similar to what you saw in the Snyder Cut and what he would have done with the Jon Stewart Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut version of that. Like, the message was always going to be the same.
Okay, sorry. Before I continue, this I don't know if this like went from being a discussion to just a reaction video. I'm sorry, y'all. We'll discuss this though.
Scene was always going to be the same. It was just the characters themselves rotated over time a couple different times. But the funny thing now, because of all the James Gunn news, all the transitions, the Warner Brothers buyout with Discovery, is that those old Jon Stewart plans, like the reason why he couldn't be in the Snyder Cut, were from an old administration. They've either been fired off or left the company. And now their plans for Jon Stewart are that he's going to be the main Green Lantern of that HBO series that we've been talking about for the past couple of years. Like right now in the DC movies, James Gunn and Peter Safran's new plans for all the
thought that
DC
would be
movies,
David
they've
Ramsey.
completely reworked everything the previous administration had planned for all the different characters. Originally, what was going to happen with that Green Lantern HBO series was that it would be a little bit more like House of the Dragon, an anthology series that would jump across time. I just got done doing videos for all the House of the Dragon Season 1 episodes. I'll be doing episodes for Season 2 as well. But one of the big differences between that series and the original Game of Thrones series is that there were massive time jumps every couple of episodes. They would have basically done that with a bunch of different big Green Lanterns from the comics following their characters in an anthology style. Mark Guggenheim from Arrow in the other Arrowverse
like passing
shows was
down
one of the
the-
main showrunners. He said that they wrote
the
all
ring.
the scripts, they cast the main actors for all the different versions of Green Lantern they were going to
Maybe.
do. They were about to start shooting the series before all the Warner Brothers buyout with the Discovery stuff started happening, and they basically killed off the Arrowverse and then completely sold the CW network. They would have originally started with Alan Scott, Green Lantern, in the distant past, then they would have done Guy Gardner. Sinestro was going to be the main villain, but they were going to start with his rise, then Fall turned to the Yellow Lantern ring and creation of the Sinestro Corps. Then they would have done a version of Jon Stewart, then the more recent Green Lanterns like Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz even later in the timeline. And the basic gist is that throughout the timeline, all these Green Lanterns, Sinestro rises through the ranks, becoming the greatest Green Lantern of his age, then falls to darkness, deciding that wielding fear is a more effective tool at pacifying the universe, and rises again as the Yellow Lantern, becoming a bigger threat over time, until eventually he creates the Sinestro Corps like his arc in the comics, and you have the introduction of the rest of the emotional spectrum and the rest of the Lantern Corps. And they introduce the rest of the corps from the emotional spectrum, like the War of Light kind of vibe. They did just announce a longer 10-year plan for their Justice League movies, like the giant crossover Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, or like Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, Avengers 6 Secret Wars kind of arc like Marvel is doing right now. And it does sound like DC has long-term plans to do their movie version, like a much bigger version of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and that's what they're building up to in the next 10 years. And for those of you still wondering what happened with Diggle Green Lantern, they did wind up answering that question at the end of the recent Flash season. But the basic idea is that because they were getting rid of the CW, like they were kind of offloading it, selling the network itself, getting rid of the Arrowverse shows, it sounds like what happened behind the scenes is that they told the Arrowverse people, you're not allowed to do Diggle Green Lantern the way you want to do it. So at the end of the recent Flash season, Diggle's like, I'm not going to wear the Green Lantern ring that he got earlier in the series. The basic idea is that the CW isn't really doing Arrowverse stuff that much anymore. The big focus now is on James Gunn, Peter Safran running DC, doing their version of the Marvel Disney Plus series on HBO, like DC HBO series. The biggest new ones that we've seen so far are the Peacemaker series. They're already working on Peacemaker Season 2, and they're working on the first Batman HBO series. It's just a spin-off of Robert Pattinson's Batman series. So there'll be a ton of new DC HBO series. It'll just take them a little while to get them out. Like Peacemaker Season 2 will be the next one to come out. Then the Batman HBO series about the Penguin. The other Batman HBO series is an Arkham series. The next one after that would be the Jon Stewart Green Lantern HBO series. Then we'll also hear about other HBO series that they're working on. Like James Gunn said, there's a couple others that he's working on right now too. But that's just the beginning. Let me know in the comments what other kind of big budget DC HBO series do you want to see them do in the future. Big reminder, we're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer really soon. You can click here for my video on that and click here for my full Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special breakdown and Easter eggs.
Alright, so let's talk about what we just watched here. His last question was, what would we like to see, like what big budget DC project? Because Marvel is definitely taking the lead on this. I don't know, their format is just great, their casting is just great, the storytelling is just great. I haven't seen a Marvel Cinematic Universe TV show or movie that I haven't liked yet, although I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. I think I've only saw like the first and second episode. Same with Agent Carter, so I'm working, that's on my to-do list. And then like the Netflix shows, like I'm still watching them, like I haven't finished all of them yet. I've only seen like the first episode of Punisher though, because I don't know where chronologically it fits. I don't know, between Daredevil and the Punisher. So if you know, let me know, because I don't know. Also, even though this, I'm wondering if this is live streaming on YouTube, because I put it to live stream on YouTube, but I've only seen it on Facebook. Yeah, it looks like I am on there. Okay. Now, for some reason, these videos don't save. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, it looks like I am on there. Okay. Echo. I'm going to be changing these two. Like, everything's going to be updated. And I'm going to try to stay on top of it more. Jeez, these episodes. There's only a few episodes in there. But, I'm gonna try to post more. Let's just say that. I can't tell if that one person is me watching me. Yeah. I've never seen this thing before. How do I go back? Okay. Anyway, yes, I know this has been a very uneventful stream. Like I said, I'm kind of new at this, so let's see what else we got. What I think they should do, sorry, I completely forgot the question. What I think they should do as far as like big budget DC stuff, the Crisis on Infinite Earths movie, I think he hit the nail on the head when he said that. I mean, the Crisis on Infinite Earths, like, what they did on CW was really cool. I thought that was really awesome. But I know, like, the DC shows have not been that great lately. And I don't know if... I mean, I know they're doing Flash Season 9. Is Season 8 and Season 9? No, we just saw... Okay, Season 9. Anyway, The Flash has not had any good episodes, in my opinion, for a while now. I don't know what happened, but that show sucks. Also, let me know what shows you guys are recommending right now. I'm watching Wednesday. I think I'm only on the 4th episode, maybe 5th. That's pretty good. I don't know. And then I'll do like a reaction watching that, and then we can discuss it. I'm very behind in some things, so that's why you guys haven't seen any of my videos in a while. I've just been going through a lot, but I'm gonna start trying to post more. But I've stepped away from, the internet for a while too. Like I haven't seen Wakanda Forever yet. I haven't seen what else just came out? Something just came out that I haven't seen yet. Is it a Marvel movie, or is it? Can't be a DC movie. Is it a show? I don't know, but there's 2 things in theaters that I haven't seen yet, and that I want to see, and Wakanda Forever is one of them. Oh, it was Shazam. I haven't seen Shazam yet either. So I'm going to see both of them. I know that's 2 different properties, but I support them both. And I'm going to be also posting like YouTube shorts, and they're going to be quick tutorial videos on certain glitches in video games and how to accomplish them, explained in very simple terms. I don't know what to look for. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. I'm like terrible at reaction videos too. That's the other reason I don't do reaction videos a lot, because I really don't I don't react very well. Like the try not to laugh, like for example, try not to laugh. And I know a lot of people do some fake stuff on YouTube, like they over exaggerate with all the yelling and the... Alright, I think that we're gonna play this one. They got me with that Fat Man logo, the Batman. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna laugh. I really don't.
Push, 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 push. Oh!
Go! Mookie!
I finally found a good one.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't laugh at these. Usually, it takes a lot to make me laugh. So I'm guessing this video is just all snow themed.
Det är Merted! Rafuxmällning! Why would he even try to do a jump?
And now you're on YouTube, my dude. Why? He did that on purpose. Ooh.
There you go. Are you okay?
Oh, that was actually kind of cool.
Uh-oh. What?
That piggybacked off him. I remember my grandpa took us to do this when I was 7 or 8.
Okay.
It's my best memory of snow, my only memory of snow, because I live in Florida, so we don't really get snow.
No, look at me. Look at Daddy.
Ate some snow. Ooh. Wait, is this the same video? Did I click the wrong video? Where's Batman? Oh,
The epic battle of Steph versus the bunny mogul.
Versus the what?
So cool.
Bunny modal? The hell did you just say?
I think it'll do better in the water.
This is the first one that's not snow.
I'm cold. Hurry up.
Ah. That went nowhere. Oh, and he had his hands in his pocket. That sucks when you got your hands in your pocket and then you trip, whether it's forward or backwards.
I know. It's okay.
I did that one time. I put my hands in my pockets. It was cold outside, and I tripped over something, and I landed on my chin and chipped a tooth. I don't know how old I was, but I was a kid. My Benito days. I don't know. I don't find humor
They turn
in
themselves, though, the little
people
stick.
getting injured. I just don't see, like, getting hurt sucks. Like, you guys that laugh at people's pain, like, I mean, have you, like, was it funny when it hurt you? I don't know, but I laugh at just the way it happens, though, the execution.
Hey. Oh.
See, that's why some of my videos aren't funny. I just don't know how to react to some of these. Ooh. I know he has a helmet, but I wonder if it still hurts a little.
Happy birthday.
That fucking sucks.
Right, let's see it.
Spider cat.
Okay, I'm recording. Oh my god.
Well, that was a real pumpkin, so it probably broke. Why?
Ready?
Why do people do the things they do?
Joseph David.
I could do a handstand in my living room against the wall. I'm good. Alright. The video got me with that one. That was the only one. Oh, cool. We're out. We're done with the snow. Like, I really thought I just picked like some snow video. Why is that chicken?
I attempted to cut the
What?
You're basically a ninja. There, now put your foot in it.
You're basically a ninja.
Right.
What happened? Where did his pants go? What the hell? I don't know. Oh, that sucks. The slippery gas. It was grass. It's probably like the sprinklers were on the previous morning, like morning dew or something. Ooh. Again, at the execution.
We're not eating my.
Oh! Jane and Tarzan.
What did she see? What was that?
Go. It'll be a while. Stop it. What? I can't reach you. I can't reach you. Now how are you going to break your back?
Give me your hand.
Just looking at that much snow, it's like I could feel the snow. And we ended with snow. Looks like. Well, I don't know. Next time, this was like a test run, and I know I shouldn't do a test run live, but I've done test runs with my pre-recorded videos before. I always do like test runs for them, but it's like I had to test how I would feel going live. This is the longest I've been live. I forgot I was live a couple times. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it was alright. I started to feel a little more comfortable when I was talking about the snow, and just talking about just how I feel about whatever I'm watching, or like just an old memory about something. I started to forget that this was live, and so it got me a little more comfortable. I'm gonna try to do this more so that like this video doesn't suck, cause like this live kind of sucks. But I do thank everybody for watching. I saw one viewer in there, so I thank you for watching, and for checking me out. I'm gonna try to get a little more comfortable doing these things. I've had social anxiety for quite some time now, and all my friends and family know that, you know, maybe about 5 years ago, I was more social. Like it didn't look like I ever had that problem. You know, I had a lot of friends. I was talking to a lot of people. But a lot of things happened. You know, a lot has changed since then, and so it's just communication has been difficult for me lately, and I'm trying. You know, I'm trying. I think something like this is a really good way to break out of that shell, or get out of that mindset, because, you know, I don't know who's, like, there could be a lot of people watching right now. There's a lot of anxiety that goes into that, and in order to get past stuff like PTSD and agoraphobia, it's sometimes you have to rip off a band-aid and just go for it. And I'm not saying that's easy to do, because it definitely isn't. I'm going through it, so I know. But it's the only way. Like, you know, nobody can do it for you. You know, maybe things for anxiety can help sometimes, but Yeah. So for anybody out there, let's talk about this. Here, I found my awesome discussion. Let's talk about mental health and how important it is. I come from, family history of mental health problems. I've had a lot of friends with mental health problems. I have mental health problems. It seems to be I don't know if it's since the pandemic. I mean, since the beginning of time, there's always been hardships. But the pandemic, I think, changed things for a lot of people. You got to see sides of people that you weren't aware that they had those sides. You start to question the people that you trusted. I don't know. A lot of stuff happened. So that's one thing I like to talk about too, is just like, it's hard for me to talk about on Facebook because I know it makes some of the people that are watching uncomfortable. But it's like, I need to talk about it. I need to talk about it. It needs to be talked about. And I can't be told that something like this is wrong anymore. If I want to talk about it, I will. I won't talk about certain people, but I'll just talk about my experiences, and see if maybe there's somebody out there watching that understands or knows where I'm coming from, what I'm going through. So I found out about 8 years ago that I have autism spectrum disorder. I always kind of knew I was off, but I didn't know why. I thought, me and my dad thought that it might be just I have ADHD. And I had a lot of symptoms of somebody with ADHD: lack of concentration, lack of focusing, fidgeting, pacing. I don't want to say talking rapidly. Like, I guess I kind of do, but not like I take breaks between. That's too analytical though. The analytical part too. I don't know if the analytical part is ADHD or if it's the autism spectrum disorder, because I was diagnosed with both. But it's been really hard dealing with it as an adult. Like, you would think, like, as a kid, since you're dependent, it's harder to manage, but it isn't, because you're just being yourself. There's nothing wrong with having autism spectrum disorder, but there are some things that make having it difficult. Like lack of clarity for things, not understanding people, just kind of feeling like you're an alien or they're aliens, just having a hard time with, sometimes I have dyslexic issues when reading, so it's hard for me to fill out paperwork and stuff, or read books. I usually just have use Microsoft Edge to read it out loud or something. There's a vision problem there too, but it's just like too many words at once is just overwhelming. And it's weird because again, when I was a kid, I had that problem a little bit, but it's gotten worse as I gotten older. Maybe because there's just so much paperwork now. I don't know. When you're growing up, the reason it's harder is because you have more responsibilities. There's already, you already have sensory issues as it is. And with having ADHD, my brain is on 500 things at a time, so I'm already overloading my brain with information. I have been ever since I was younger, but now there's responsibilities. Now there's more things you have to worry about. So it gets overwhelming after a while, and it gets hard to manage, and it's good if you have support, like somebody that can help you through meltdowns and panic attacks and anxiety attacks. You will be in situations where you're all alone. you'll be in situations where you don't have that support. And that's gonna suck. It really sucks for someone that's on the spectrum to not have that and not know what to do, and not know what you're going through, and not know how to help. But I think even if they don't, like, look, for anybody that doesn't know how to help, you just being there is helpful. During meltdowns and stuff. But other than that, like, there's going to be moments where you're, anybody with ASD, especially if you're high function, you got Asperger's, because of how mentally independent you appear to be, and nobody knows that you're fighting this battle, mentally on the inside, a lot of people will just think you're okay. They'll just, he's alright. And you'll have yourself convinced of that too. So it becomes a big miscommunication because the person themselves with the disorder is going to think they're good. They're very convincing of that. I was very convincing. But I don't know. You don't want to press too hard and make them feel less independent, but still just be there for support. If there's anything you can do to help, just be there. I isolated myself when I started to go through mental health problems, and that's why you don't really see me posting a lot. But I don't know. It's some people understand it and some people don't. The self-isolation. I miss my friends. I think about them all the time, and there are times where I just think that they think I'm a shitty ass friend, and they're probably mad at me for not reaching out. One of my friends' birthdays just passed, and I didn't, because of the situation I'm currently in, I couldn't take him out to do anything, anything fun. And then I know that he's probably, we could have talked about doing something. So I don't know. Thanks, JJ. I don't know. I have not been the greatest friend, and it's nothing personal. I don't not like my friends, or not care about them, or not care about their lives, or not care about their problems. I'm just overwhelmed with a lot of what's going on in my life, and I don't want to impose on other people. And I don't know. And over that isolation period, you and your friends start to become different people, live like different ways, and it just becomes different. Well, I'm gonna go handle that. Thank you guys for watching. I may or may not keep this video, but for anybody that was watching and you understood, thank you. And if you do want to talk more about this subject, just like neurological and mental disorders and what to do, rather than talking so negatively like I have now and how hard things were, there are a lot of positivities to it. There's a lot of things that I'm glad that, like, I'm thankful that I have autism spectrum disorder, because I'm a savant at certain things, like this artwork I do where it says awesome discussions down in the corner there, and just that watermark, and just the way I organized everything. I know, like, other people organize it like that too. I don't watch other people. Like, I don't like when doing my pixel art. I just do it. The shading, I just figure the shading out on my own. I figure out on my own how the lighting is gonna look, or how much detail it's gonna have, and I work off of a 16 by 16 small canvas, and you know there are options for bigger canvases, but I always choose 16 by 16 because there's only 32 pixels, and there isn't a lot you can do with 32 pixels. So it's a challenge. So I'm sorry, I got off the subject, but anyway, guys, if you want to hear more videos, you know, tips and tricks of you know, how you can memorize things better, or like what things people on the spectrum can do to kind of communicate better, because communication is a big problem whether you're on the spectrum or not on the spectrum. When you're not communicating properly, it can cause a lot of stuff, you know, to fall apart. And I know people on the spectrum, you know, they just find it really difficult to communicate the way they want to a lot of the time. So I come up with different ways. You know, I'm working on different things that I can share with people. This is my son, JJ.
That's me.
Well, guys, thank you again for watching and for hearing me ramble on for all this time, and for enjoying this video with these videos with me. And hopefully this will progressively get easier, like, for me to do, and maybe I'll feel more comfortable doing it more and not be so awkward and shy about it. And maybe, you know, in this chat we can have discussions about stuff, and people can put in their inputs about something, because now I have it working, and let's do some big things, awesome discussions. Everybody stay awesome.
And Merry Christmas for Christmas break.
Yes, and happy holidays. Happy holidays.